A pleasant good morning to everyone. For all of those who are watching on TV, on Facebook, or on the app, I want to say a special good morning to you. My name is Asman Rose, and today's show is going to be very interesting. Because if you're an avid watcher, you know that I mentioned Soufriere hot wire rides in a couple episodes ago. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what you're missing today. Also, on Saturday was International Day for Persons with Disabilities, so we're going to touch on that a little later as well. But before I get into all that good stuff, let's take a stop at the news desk for this morning's headlines. Thanks, news team, and don't go too far, because we'll be right back. Sticking around, everybody. Now, as I said, we went to the Soufriere hot wire rides. Now, there's more than just ziplining over there because they are located at the Mon Coubarel estate. There's a lot to see and a lot to do. So here is my experience at the Mon Coubarel estate. Alright guys, we just finished ziplining down here at the Soufriere hot wire rides. Now it's time for my thoughts. Indeed, it was amazing. The rides was fantastic. The staff was very pleasant, very interesting, and they give you all this history about the plants, the areas, the scenery. It's honestly an amazing opportunity if you can get your hands on it. So guys, there's nothing to wait for. You need to come down to the Coubarel estate and try out the Soufriere hot wire ride. Welcome back, everybody. Now, on Saturday was International Day of Persons with Disabilities, so let's see more about that.
morning, DBS family, and welcome to another episode of DBS's Lookbook. And I am Vanessa Henry Long, your certified image consultant and personal stylist from Lovely Makeup Artistry and Image Consultancy. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. You know I had to start with a little jingle because we are in the Christmas season. And just letting you guys know, today I am in studio right here on DBS ground, but I'm here to speak to you on how you can get ready for this festive season. We want no one walking around, figuring out what am I going to wear for my Christmas party or how am I going to present myself at my best friend's event. No, we want you to be looking good, to the point, sharp and on point, let me tell you, when you will be stepping out this season. So today I am just going to speak a little bit on some things you can do on how to get ready for the season. I will be focusing a little on the men today. We will be focusing on ladies as well, but today, ladies, just like we say, just louder men a little, because we want to ensure that our guys look tip-top shape and represent their best self when they walk next to us this holiday season. So let's talk about how are you going to prepare yourself, gentlemen, for this Christmas party or this Christmas event. Now, most men would say, you know what, I will just wear what's in my closet. Or maybe another guy might say, let me see what I can get online and, browse the internet to see what I can pull up. Listen, it is not just about figuring out or getting that one outfit that would just work for you. What I want you to do is see not just an outfit that would work for you, but an outfit that will make you look smashing and an outfit that will bring out your best features and your best qualities. So guess what? An event is coming up, a party is coming up, you need to look sharp. And nobody going out in t-shirts and jeans. You need to have that proper suit. How many men out there can say, I do have a three-piece suit or a good suit, a classy suit that can make me feel good and make me look good? I'm pretty sure some of you are wondering, okay, Vanessa is making me look to have a suit. Yes. For this festive season, I want you to represent yourself well. So let me give you some tips on how you can style yourself this season in a suit. Each man, or all men I should say, should have at least one classy suit that they can wear. It doesn't have to be black. It can be either navy or charcoal. These are two colors that you can work with if you do not want to have a black suit. Now, there are different things or areas that you need to look out for when it comes to wearing a suit. First and foremost, you need to identify the event that you're going to. If it is a very formal event, preferably you should have a suit with, I would say, a shawl lapel. Now, these are things that you have to look for. There are 3 different types of lapel in the jackets that you can make that will make the suit look good. So there's the shawl lapel, which is a bit more formal. There is the notch lapel that practically most persons know. I think most men would wear suits with a notch lapel. And there's also what we call the pick lapel, and this one is also very formal. So it depends on the type of event that you're going to. You would select your jacket with the different type of lapel. Now, some men may decide, okay, should I wear a double-breasted or a single-breasted suit? Now, for those of you who are not into suits, maybe you may not even understand the jargon of what is double-breasted and what is single-breasted. Obviously, the single-breasted suits are those with the single buttons coming down. And the double-breasted, of course, is those you would find with the 4 buttons, and in some instances, you would have 6. It depends on how large the jacket is. So if you are looking for more of a slimming fit, preferably the single-breasted suit would be best suited for you. But again, it pays to know your body type, and you would hear me talking a lot about body types when I speak on the lookbook. It pays to know your body type, to know which type of suit would go best with you. Now, gentlemen, I'm talking about suits and I'm talking about looking smashing. One thing that makes a suit stand out is the tie. Now, of course, for more formal events, you would go for a bow tie. But for some people who are not into ties, you'll be like, bow tie? I'm not going to do that, Vanessa. So guess what? Maybe you can have the single tie. Now, the size of the tie is very important. The size of the tie is important as it relates to your body shape and your body size. Now, if you are an individual who is you have size, you well, busted in terms of you have abs and you full on the top, I don't expect you to wear a very slim tie. I won't want to use the word ridiculous, but you may well not look on point. So your tie, the size of your tie has to be in proportion with your body type. So for a slimmer gentleman who's very tall, a nice slim tie would go very well with you. Now, I do have some tips as it relates to your tie. We're not just dropping ties on our suits without incorporating what we call tie pins. Tie pins are very important, and in some instances we also call them tie bars. They're very important as it relates to creating that look of chic, of classy in your suit. Now, gentlemen, be very cognizant of how your jacket and your tie is in relation to your height. We do not want, or I should say, I do not want you going out there with a jacket that is extremely short. The moment you lift your hands or you stand up, we're already seeing your belt. No, we do not want that. Your jacket should at least cover your belt area, and of course, your tie should not surpass your belt area. Y'all get me? Pay attention to those little details. Now, there's one little detail that is very important for a classy man in his tie. Your tie needs to have what we call the dimple. Now, I know most persons will be like, okay, what she's talking about? What is the dimple? Yes, the dimple is this little part. You see I have dimples? I'm smiling and you see my dimples. So your tie would have this little dimple in there, especially when you tuck it out and you tuck it in. And that is a very important element in a classy suit and a classy tie for the men. Now, another area to consider is your pants. Now, some men may want to have a suit that would cover the entire, the color, is black, full black. Some of you may, depending on your style, you may want to have a full charcoal or full navy. But you can be a little bit creative, and depending on your personal style, you can have a colored trouser or a different color trouser than your jacket, and that is okay to do so. But of course, for a classy look, preferably, we're considering monochromatic way of styling, which is the same color from top to bottom. Another area that is very important, obviously, your shoes. When it comes to dressing and looking the part, gents, especially this festive season, be mindful of the shoes that you will be wearing with your attire, especially if it's going to be a suit. I know some persons like their square fronts, like shoes that are extremely long, but hello, pay attention to this. We don't want anyone juking other persons out there. And of course, depending on your height, your body type, there are so many specifics to go into as it relates to your shoes. A very important element, guys, especially when you're sitting and we're preparing you, of course, for those events, your socks. I do not want to be seeing your legs when you will be sitting in your suit. So ensure that your socks is long enough to cover your legs so that it will not show off, especially your hair, your hairs or your skin show off when you are sitting down in your suits. Now, these are just some simple tips to get you ready on wearing that suit, that proper suit, that classy suit for a man this festive season. And don't forget to add on some accessories on there, because the accessories is like the vitamins to fashion. Let me tell you, it will make you stand out even more. And don't forget this fragrance as well. Top it off with some fragrance. Ensure your hair is well cut, you have a good timepiece on your arm, and you're well ready to go for your festive season event. I hope these tips will pretty much easy for you and that you enjoyed it. See you next time on The Lookbook, where we will be discussing tips for the ladies for your season events.
Alright guys, that wraps up the end of our show. Now, as you can see, my outfit is a pretty dull. It's black and grey, but I am coming in with my little antlers, or Christmas hats if you will, with a little festive spirit. So that shows you don't need to be decked out from head to toe, but just adding that little extra spice to your day can give you that little cheer up that you need. So go out, be cheerful, and experience the amazing time that we are in. We are in that festive season, so don't forget what it's all about. It's about love, it's about sharing, and it's about caring. So go out, have an amazing day, and I'll see you tomorrow bright and early. Bye.